Dear students, here Rishabh's grandpa asking to Rishabh that what he is counting. Rishabh replied, I am counting the number of tiles on the wall, grandpa. There are 20 of them, grandpa. Dear children, we can see the back side of the Rishabh there is a wall, and this wall divided 20 equal shapes and size of the tiles. So we can write here as a 1 by 20 because one whole wall divided into 20 equal parts in the form of tiles. Dear children, do you know what is a fraction? Yes, when an object is divided into a number of equal parts, then each part is called a fraction. Therefore, a fraction is a part of a whole. Now, we will see parts of fraction, numerator upon denominator. Here, numerator, the numerator tells us the number of parts from the whole, and the denominator tells us the number of parts the whole is divided into. Here we can see that 4 by 6. So here 4 is numerator and 6 is denominator. Dear students, we can see here that why 6 is denominator? Because this whole part is divided into 6 equal parts. Right? That's why 6 is denominator and 4 is numerator. Why the 4 is numerator? Because among these 6 equal parts, the 4 parts shaded. Right? Then here one whole square shape is divided into 4 equal parts. So 1 by 4, here 1 is numerator and 4 is denominator. Why 4 is denominator? Because one whole part is divided into 4 equal parts. Right? So here 4 is denominator and out of 4, one part is shaded. So here 1 is numerator. We can see here 2 by 3, here 2 is numerator and 3 is denominator. So why 3 is denominator? Because this whole part is divided into 3 equal parts and out of them 2 parts are shaded. Okay, so that's why 2 is numerator. Now next example, we can see here that here whole shape is divided into 9 equal parts. Okay, and out of them 6 parts are shaded. So here 9 is denominator and 6 is numerator. Now we will see the types of fractions, like fractions and unlike fractions. Dear children, we can see here like fractions. When 2 or more fractions have same denominators, so these are called like fractions. Example, 8 by 10, 4 by 10, 5 by 10. So you can see here the same denominator. These are the fractions, dear students, 8 by 10, 4 by 10 and 5 by 10. These are the fractions and you can see here the denominator of all these fractions are equal. So we can say that these are the example of the like fractions. Now we'll see the unlike fractions. When 2 or more fractions have different denominators. Okay, children, so these are called the unlike fractions. Example, 8 by 7, 4 by 8, 5 by 4. So here we can see that 8 by 7, 4 by 8 and 5 by 4. So the denominators are not same. The denominators of these fractions are not same. So that's why these are the example of the unlike fractions. Now we'll see the proper fractions and improper fractions. Proper fractions means when numerator is smaller than the denominator. When the numerator is is smaller than the denominators. Example, 8 by 10, 4 by 10, 5 by 10 and 1 by 20 also we can see here. So here we can see that when the numerator is smaller than the denominator, here we can see that all the numerators are the smaller than the denominators. Okay, then improper fractions. Improper fractions when the numerator is bigger than the denominator. Example, 5 by 3, 14 by 8, 5 by 4. So here we can see that the numerators are bigger than the denominators. So these are the example of the improper fractions. Dear students, now we'll see mixed fractions. Okay, what is mixed fraction? A number consisting of a whole number and a proper fraction. Here the example of mixed fraction. So we can see here 1 and 3 by 4. So here this is one whole part and this is the fraction part. Okay, here the fraction is proper fraction 3 by 4. Okay, so here we can see that 3 by 4. Why 4? Because this whole part is divided into 4 parts and out of this 3 parts are shaded. So we can write here 1 and 3 by 4. Okay, we can also write this as a 7 by 4. Because 7 by 4 is improper fraction. In very next topic we will come to know that how we will convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction, right? Now here we can see that 1 and 3 by 8. So here 1 represent whole part, one whole part, and 3 by 8. This is the 3 by 8. Okay, so why 3 by 8? We can see here this whole is divided into 8 equal parts and out of them 3 parts are shaded. So we can write here 1 and 3 by 8. Okay, in mixed form we can also write here 11 by 8, that is the improper fraction. So how we can convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction? In next topic we will see. Here now 1 and 9 by 16. Okay, so here one whole part, this represent one whole part and this is the 9 by 16. Why 9 by 16? Why 16 denominator? Because one whole part is again divided into 16 equal part and out of them 9 parts are shaded, right? Here 2 is whole number and half is proper fraction. Now we'll see the conversion of mixed fraction to improper fraction. Here one example we have 2 and 3 by 4. So we can see that these is the example of the mixed fraction. How mixed fraction, children? 2 is the whole part and 3 by 4 is the fraction part and this is the proper fraction. Now we need to convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. So for that there are 3 steps. First we need to multiply the whole part to the denominator. So whole part is 2 here and denominator is 4. So we are multiplying 4 into 2. 4 multiplied by 2. Then we will add numerator with the product of this 4 into 2. And then we will write denominator as it is. So here we can get 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. So 11 by 4. So the answer is 11 by 4. So here 11 by 4 is the improper fraction. Now we'll see the conversion of mixed fraction to improper fraction. Here one example, 7 by 4. Dear students, we can see that here 7 by 4 is the example of the improper fraction because the numerator is greater than the denominator. So in that case we need to divide the numerator from the denominator. So we are writing here, we are dividing 7 by 4. So we can see here 4 ones are 4 and 3 is left out here. Now we can write this entire, the quotient, divisor and remainder as mixed fraction form. That is, the whole number, the quotient is written as a whole number. Okay, so the quotient will be written as a whole number and the remainder will be written here written here as the numerator, and the divisor will be denominator. So in that way we can write the mixed fraction after dividing the numerator by the denominators. So here we can now 1 3 by 4, 1 and 3 by 4. Again we are having one more, equivalent fractions. Dear children, do you know what is equivalent fraction? The equivalent fraction means that represent the same part of the whole. We can write the same part of the whole in different way. How we can create equivalent fractions of 5 by 8? 5 by 8. So we need to multiply by 2 both side, numerator and denominator. So we get the 10 by 16. 5 2s are 10 and 8 2s are 16. So dear children, we can say that the 10 by 16 is the equivalent fraction of the 5 by 8. And now you can check also that your equivalent fractions are correct or not. That means you can check that the 10 by 16 is the equivalent fraction of 5 by 8 or not. We can check. How? We'll see. Suppose one example here, 5 by 9 and 15 by 27. So how we will come to know that 15 by 27 is the equivalent fraction of the 5 by 9? So dear children, for this we need to multiply this, cross multiply we need to do. So we will multiply 5 multiplied by 27 and 9 multiplied by 15. Okay, if both the product, if the product of both the digits will be equal, so the given number is the equivalent fraction of the 5 by 9. Have a look here. 5 multiplied by 27 is equal to 135, and here 15 multiplied by 9 is equal to 135. We can see here in both the case the products are same. So we can say that the 15 by 27 is the equivalent fraction of the 5 by 9. Thus they are the equivalent fraction. Children, now we can divide the fraction into its lowest terms. It has two methods. Method 1, the keep dividing the given fraction by the common factors till it cannot be further divided. We can see one example here. Reduce 36 by 54 to its lowest term. Right? So what we will do? The method 1 says that keep dividing the given fractions by the common factors till it cannot be further divided. So we need to take the common factor of this both the digit 36 and 54. So you can see that what are the common factors of 36 and 54? 36 is divisible by 2 and 54 is also divisible by 2. And now we can see that 6 is also here the common factors of 36 and 54. So here we are dividing 36 divided by 6 and 54 divided by 6 is equal to 6 by 9. Now again we can divide this further, 6 by 9. So we can see here the 3 is the common factor of 6 and 9. So 6 is divided by 3 and 9 is also divided by 3, and the answer is 2 by 3. So now dear students, we cannot divide 2 by 3 further. So the answer is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is the lowest term of 36 by 54. Now we will see method 2. Method 2. Divide the numerator and denominator of the fraction by their HCF, that means highest common factor. We will see how we will do. Here one example, reduce 14 by 35 to its lowest term. So we have to find out the HCF. We have to find out the HCF of 14 and 35. Dear students, you know how to find out the HCF. You have already studied in your previous classes. So now we have the highest common factor of 14 and 35 is 7. So here we will divide this by 7. So 14 divided by 7 is equal to 2 and 35 divided by 7 is equal to 5. So we got 2 by 5 and we cannot divide 2 by 5 further. So the lowest term of 14 by 35 is 2 by 5. Thank you.